Instantly recognisable in Lapis Blue, this is a performance hatchback which needs little to no introduction. A car which is famous for its split personality of the best kind. A formidable contender on track, set to beat all of the competition. But also a practical and reliable family car. It's of course the Volkswagen Golf R, and this one in particular is the facelifted 8.5. Hi guys, Tish here and welcome back to Auto Social UK. Today you join me in Berlin taking a look at the latest generation 8.5 facelifted Golf R. I'll tell you all about the changes to specification and also performance, as well as telling you about a new trim level and whether we'll be getting an estate. So if that sounds good, then please keep watching. And if you like new car reviews and car content, well, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So I reckon we should start with the really important stuff, and that's of course the performance. I've been sitting on this video for a little while, so I'm so pleased that I can now share performance information following the release of the Mark 8.5 Golf GTI, of which you can check out on my channel. The good news is there has been a power increase of nearly 20 horsepower. The familiar 2-litre 4-pot direct injection engine is paired with a 7-speed automatic gearbox and 4-wheel drive, delivering a slightly sweeter 333 brake horsepower. That's up from the previous 316. With this boost in power, the Golf R can now accelerate from 0 to 62 in 4.6 seconds, trimming a point of a second off the outgoing time. This improvement is partly due to a lag-free turbo and the ability to generate 308 pound-feet of torque from 2,100 RPM. The top speed of the Golf R is electronically limited to 155 miles per hour, but with the optional performance pack, it can be increased to 167. Let's take a look at the cosmetic stuff, and we'll get a bit nerdier later on. Design changes to the 8.5 are subtle, but they subtly improve what was already a very sleek-looking model. The main changes are new front bumpers. They now have physical air curtains built into them. You'll also find the placement of a new front camera. Just underneath the front number plate, you'll see a new camera for the 360-degree view, a first on a Golf R. I have asked about the placement of this camera and whether it'd be damaged out on road and especially on track, but apparently it's been tested to make sure that it doesn't get damaged. You'll also see that this car is fitted with the upgraded IQ lights. They come with LED as standard, and you have a light bar which runs along the centre and then finishes on that lit up front Volkswagen badge. You also have the blue strip which runs along the top of the lights and across the centre of the bonnet, which is iconic to the Golf R. These alloy wheels are new too, and I'm going to try not to butcher the name. These are the Varminal alloy wheels, finished in 19 inches. They're two-tone in colour. Of course, you've got those classic blue painted R brake calipers and the ventilated front discs to deal with all that power. These look fantastic. You'll also find the R badge now on the door rather than on the quarter panel. This is finished in the classic design of Lapis Blue with the contrasting chrome door mirrors. And you'll also see that you've got rear tinted windows and on this model, a fitted sunroof. Changes to the interior of the R are probably even more subtle than the changes to the exterior. A few of these will be very, very welcome, like the backlit sliders for the infotainment control. This now makes it much easier to control both your volume and your temperature at night. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed, which may upset quite a few people, and that's the buttons on the steering wheel. Unlike the Golf GTI, the Golf R still has haptic buttons. Now they say the reason why they didn't change them to physical buttons is because of the R button on this wheel. To be able to put these as physical buttons, they would have had to have taken away that R, which they thought was iconic to this model, and made it really engaging when quickly changing your driving modes. The great thing about the wheel, however, is the fact fact that they no longer are touch sensitive if you brush them. You have to physically press the button to get it to actually work, which is a huge improvement over the outgoing model. Elsewhere in this cabin, however, everything is very similar to the previous version. You have got a slightly bigger infotainment screen, and it also has a slightly redesigned graphics on it as well. It looks a little bit more sporty than the model that it replaces. You'll also see on this model lashings of carbon, and unlike the Golf R's competitors, this is real carbon, although it's quite a pricey upgrade. So you may want for some louder, more aggressive performance styling, but the Golf R has never been about that. And this latest edition facelifted version is exactly the same. It has subtle performance styling. It's meant to blend in but only stand out to those in the know, those that know the power which lie underneath. But what if you wanted something a little bit special? Then this could be the spec for you. This is the Black Edition. It's going to cost around €4,000 more, and it will run for about a year, so you'll need to be quick if you want to get your hands on one. It will finish around the end of 2025. But what does the Black Edition get you for that extra cash? Well, as you can see, the exterior styling has been completely darkened. All of the chrome has been removed. This spec is not going to be for everyone, but personally, I think it looks fantastic. You can also have it finished in blue and white if you wanted a bit more contrast to your car. Around the front, you get darkened front Volkswagen badges, although they are still illuminated, and the blue bar has been removed, similar to if you go for the black pack. You also get darkened front R badges and also that R badge which is on the door. You get a gloss black set of those 19-inch wheels, and you also get darkened brake calipers and darkened centre caps. But that's not all. It's also changed around the back as well. Of course, you still get that gloss black rear diffuser, but it now houses for the first time black quad tailpipes. Now, most of these changes have come to the exterior of the Golf R because the interior was already pretty darkened. But let me know, what do you think of the Black Edition? Of course, the Golf has always been well known for its practicality, and it's part of the Golf R's split personality. Space in the back is really impressive. I've got lots of legroom and plenty of headroom. I also love the fact that you've got door pockets on the backs of the seats and somewhere to be able to pop your mobile phone. I've also got 2 USB-C fitments and rear climate control. There's still a pull-out armrest with 2 cup holders, and you've got through loading for carrying longer items. There's still 2 ISOFIX fitments back here, and I love the fact that the door cards are lined in felt. It gives it a more premium feel, and items won't roll around. The only negative in the back here is the drive tunnel is quite significant, so middle seat passengers may struggle for legroom. Of course, we can't talk about practicality without highlighting this car. Fans of fast estates will be so pleased to know that they're still building the Golf R estate. And I've got some brilliant news. For the first time, the brake horsepower is also going to match that of the hatch. And it's not all about practicality. Sure, you get that added space where you can put your golf clubs in it, you can carry kids, dogs, everything in the back, but also it has a slightly longer wheelbase, and that means that it just handles the road a little bit better. So if you're doing longer journeys, it could be the estate that you want to opt for. Now, this particular model that I have here is actually fitted with the black style pack. So that adds a few darkened black elements which just give it a glossy touch. For instance, you've got the 19-inch wheels which are finished in gloss black, and you also have the bar of blue around the front has been removed, and some of the details inside of the lights is just a bit more subtle, and I really like it. You also get these contrasting black door mirrors, and on top of that, you also get the darkened rear glass. Of course, boot space is going to be the highlight. Who needs an SUV when inside here you get 611 litres of storage? Plus, if you put the rear seats down, you then get 1,642 litres. That's enough for a full-sized bike with the wheels kept on, which is going to be a huge benefit for those who are a little bit adventurous. Time to nerd out like I promised. There have been tweaks to the engine's thermal management via an electronic coolant regulator unit, and in addition to more power, the reworked EA888 petrol engine is said to provide sharper responses. The software underpinning the drivetrain has also been tweaked. The Comfort drive profile now delivers gear shifts 100 RPM later, and the engine is said to produce exhaust pops and crackles from around 2,500 RPM. The new Golf R also features an enlarged roof spoiler providing increased downforce and 7 different driving modes, including drift mode and special mode, which was inspired by the Nürburgring. Like before, as I mentioned, to activate race mode, there's a blue button conveniently placed on the steering wheel. Cars equipped with the performance package also get a GPS-based lap timer, a G-force meter and a visualizer, showing the split of torque to each of the car's 4 corners. Every time we get an updated version, new, facelift of a performance model, it's a time to celebrate, because we never know how much longer we're going to get to spend with these performance cars. Sure, the changes to the latest generation Golf R are subtle, but they subtly improve an already impressive car. But is it enough for you to purchase a new Golf R? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I really hope you have enjoyed this video today, guys. If you have, then go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, then you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, see you later.